Toolshed TV.
How's it going, guys? Today's August 4th. It's a Thursday. I'm here to talk a little bit about the NBA lockout. But first, I have my favorite hate comment of the day. I got it from Twat Eating Fork, and his comment is, as a white supremacist, this is disgusting seeing a black man within 100 feet of any white man. Flagged. I mean, I'm glad my videos attract such high-quality audiences, but I mean, there's really nothing I can do. If you're offended by his comment, I guess you could respond to it, but I promote free speech on my page, and I guess it attracts a bunch of interesting characters. But I looked this guy's name up, and I mean, this is all he does. He kind of just goes around YouTube and just makes stupid comments like that. But yeah, I got some bad news for for any of you NBA fans out there. Billy Hunter, who represents the players, I guess the players union or whatever it would be, basically came out and said that if he were a betting man, he'd bet that there would be no season, not just a delayed season, just entirely no season, because according to him, the two sides, the owners and the players, are $800 million apart per year. So I mean, it's a pretty fucking huge gap to overcome. So I mean, if he came out and said it, it's not looking too good. He didn't even say it's a shortened season, which would have been something else. He just said no season whatsoever. It's because the gap is so big. So hopefully, this doesn't happen. But I mean, it's not looking too good right now. It's looking a lot worse than the NFL lockout did. But yeah, I mean, there's two reasons I could find online that people have for this are obviously the NBA is a very well paid league. It's supposedly the best paid league, and players on average make, I think, an average salary is like $5 million, which would make the NBA union the best union, like the best paid union in the world. So they make more than NFL, more than other sports leagues. So I mean, that's kind of a problem. You know what I mean? Like if they're getting paid so much, like you have problems. Like people always bring up like Eddie Curry and stuff. Eddie Curry made something like $20 million. He just sat on the bench and he did literally nothing, but he got paid. But that's the owner's problem, you know what I mean? Like, it's the owner's fault this happened. Like, realistically speaking, who signed Eddie Curry? Like, you knew he had like problems and stuff, so you can't blame the players for getting paid that kind of crazy salary. It's not the players that pay themselves, you know what I mean? And then people, for whatever reason, find also to blame LeBron James. I'm not sure if that's a joke or not, but whenever I go online, I always see like, oh, this is LeBron's fault. Like, God, these people are fucking idiots. Leave LeBron alone. Like, he didn't. I don't know. I don't know what LeBron did. Like, I don't know. At this point, like, if I go outside, go start my car and my car doesn't work, I might as well blame LeBron too, just because it's a cool thing to do nowadays. People are fucking idiots. But yeah, some more players announced that they're going to Europe, like Jordan Farmar. If you don't know who that is, he's the backup on the Nets. Can't really blame if you don't know who Jordan Farmar is. And then big name Acie Law, another fucking huge name, signed to a Serbian team called KK Partizan, which is I think by Belgrade, or I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's in Serbia, so it's a pretty big team. He got signed for $500,000 a year, which is I mean, it's not as much as he was making in the NBA, but it's still a pretty good salary. And the difference is he's suddenly become huge. Like, I was looking at an Acie Law highlight reel, and like all you see is like the top comments are like welcome to Serbia, and there's just a list like pages upon pages of people welcoming him to Serbia. So obviously the excitement is there. Now I'm not sure what's crazier, the fact that there's tons of Serbians excited for fucking Acie Law, who's a backup backup shooting guard, point guard for the Warriors. Like, I'm not sure if that's crazy, or the fact that there's an Acie Law highlight reel. Like, I mean, he's talented. Obviously, if you're in the NBA, you're athletic and talented. But he was never anything big in the NBA. Like, where does all this excitement coming from? Like, that just shows you how much appeal the NBA has. Just the fact that he's an NBA player. I don't know, maybe it's the fact that he's black and he's going to, Serbia. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but, like, if you look at it, the excitement is enormous just for fucking Acie Law. Imagine if it was somebody like Durant going there. Like, the whole country would be crazy. But this brings up another point. Like, I mean, honestly, like, the difference between the NBA and the NFL is the NBA isn't nearly as big here in America, but the NBA is probably the only sports league that America has that's basically the best in the world that the world cares about. Because like soccer, the MLS is a joke. Like it's nothing near like the Spanish league or the Premiership, right? But like basketball, the NBA is the top, right? So like if you send somebody to Serbia from the NBA, even if he's Acie Law, the Serbians are still going to get excited because here's an NBA player. And it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing that works for us with Major League Soccer. You know, we get like a 40-year-old Henry from I'm not sure where, but he played a couple places. But we get Henry, and then everyone's excited because he played, in the big leagues over there. So it's the same thing with the NBA. Like you think only America like watches it, but the whole world does care. Like especially if they have some players playing here, like it has a global reach. And that's the problem with the lockout. The lockout's gonna not only affect the people here, even though it has minimal fans here, it has fans in China, it has fans in all these random places. And the thing now is with the draft, so many like international players are drafted. Like there's a huge even here for Ricky Rubio to see how he does. If there's a lockout, we're not gonna get to see Rubio. And I mean, I'm sure Spain wants to see how he plays, and there's a bunch of other guys that were drafted too. Like off the top of my head, the only one I can think of is Bismack Biyombo. Then there were a bunch of other guys drafted in the top, but honestly, I don't know, man. There's hype for them. Dirk just won the championship. Like, I mean, Europeans are huge in the NBA. Like, they're not the majority, but this year the MVP in the finals was a European in Dirk. Last year, the second best player on the team behind Kobe was Pau Gasol. So, Europeans have a significant influence in the NBA. Like, when you think of the impact that NBA lockout has, it's not only here. You lock out the NBA 1 year, and who knows how many fans you lose abroad. They start watching FIBA, but on the other hand, maybe it's good that we're sending some of our players over there, like Deron Williams, because maybe they'll get a liking for them and start following them. So, I mean, it's bad and it's good, but I don't know. I just want the season to be back. I mean, that's my personal take on it. But, yeah, let me know what you think, and if you like what I had to say, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel, or just let me know what you think about the whole situation, because it's a tough situation. The numbers are like crazy if you look at them. Like there's two sides that are far apart. So I mean, there is a good chance there won't be a season, but I mean, what can you do? It's out of your control. Like I mean, if I have to watch FIBA, I watch FIBA. I mean, it's whatever. I'm sure there'll be something for people to watch if they like basketball. But yeah, subscribe if you like the channel. If not, just leave your hate comments. I always appreciate those.